going to be a maid. But she stepped out, and she decided she wanted to do something different. And I think also, just to put light on it, you have to also understand the time period which she functioned in, and also Florence Nightingale. Women were supposed to get married, have children, and take care of the home. And so for them to decide to go out and have a career, they were put out of their families. Florence Nightingale's family turned their back on her. They were very rich. And they said, okay, you walk out this door and you want to become a nurse, don't come back home. And they disowned her. And Mary, being a free black woman, traveling around the country by herself, she was in great danger, because that's something that you just did not do. And so she came in and she told people, I think people understand the power that she had, that she was able to go into people's homes. And let's think about it. African Americans didn't have any money to take care, to bring Mary in. So you had to be rich, probably in a different culture, different race. They didn't have cell phones. They had no computer. But people heard about her. And they would call. She worked continuously for almost 20, 25 years. So she would take care of this family, take care of this family member, could have been a mother, could be a child that was sick, could have been an elderly parent. And unfortunately, she would stay with that family until that person passed. And then she would pack up, and somebody else would call me. When you finish that family, can you come to Boston? You finish that family, can you come to North Carolina? When you finish that family, can you come to Ohio? Better yet, we'll send for you. So they had to write letters, figure out where she was, write a letter, send somebody to talk to her and say, could you come work for us? Mary forsaked her family because she had no home per se, because she was always living with somebody else, taking care of somebody else. And I have to impress me. That's really impressed me. She was the first public health nurse. She was the first visiting nurse. She was the first person that did in-home nursing. And so not only did she live in your home, she was right. She washed your clothes. She fixed the food. She may have cleaned for you. Mary didn't get married. Mary didn't get married. Mary had no children. Mary had family that she might occasionally have seen. But she dedicated her life to nurse. And so if you can see me, I get excited when I talk about Mary Mahoney, because she was fascinating. To think that at maybe 19 and 20, she decided to leave everything and pursue a career, like she said, up until she was 80-some years old. That's amazing. And never really having a home. And then deciding, well, we need to organize all the nurses, all the African American, all the black nurses. Think about it, y'all. Like I said, they didn't have cell phones, they didn't have the computer, so how are you going to tell? There was no Facebook. They couldn't hit nobody up. And say, look, we're going to meet in New York on such and such a weekend, come on down. It had to be word of mouth. She didn't tell you, they didn't know where Mary's grave was in Hughes. Mary died and they buried her in an unmarked grave. And where are my Chi Phi's? Did Chi Phi in the house? Chi Phi sorority set on a mission, I believe it was in the 50s, to go find her grave and properly mark it and give it the respect and the just due it deserved. And it took them several years So I hope you enjoy Mary.